Congratulations. I have moved into first place, and I intend to stick with my first place the entire way through, from the launch of the store to the launch of the console. This is what I intend to do, and I intend to uphold not just the promise, but that guarantee. So, what's everyone else going on today? So, I hope you all enjoy yourself. I hope you're all having fun. I'm doing what I can to maintain my spot, and I'm doing my hours. I am a little sick today, so I've already established my role, so I'm just doing what it is. The thing about the Switch launch lines is that when it comes to that whole scenario, I mean, no one's still here, damn. Right, we reconnected. We reconnected. I'm sorry, I had a bit of a problem. I don't know if there's an Uber Eats delivery driver. I wish it was mine, but I don't know. So yeah, I have my Luigi console right here. What is it, 10:13? I'm gonna have to try to stream for like maybe hour-ish. So I have some technical difficulties with streaming. I have to make sure I uphold certain rules and such. And thank you. Yes, Luigi's awesome. I was singing some Teddy Swims the other day. Lose control when you're not next to me. When you're not next to me, I'm falling apart, baby. Right out in front of me. So, anyway, how's the weather? You know, the weather in San Francisco, it reminds me of Princeton, New Jersey. It's very temperamental. Like, it'll be hot in one direction and cold in the other. So, it's not like a full-on heat wave. I have actually been to San Francisco before this. So the first time I ever went was in the 2000s for my dad's birthday. And then the other was 2020. I'm trying to think of any other times I went to San Francisco. Because, like, this is not a bad city. Like, I'm starting to really get more acquainted with it. But it's not like this city is like, oh, I love San Francisco. It's like, I don't really know it that well. I mean, I lived in San Diego for 6 years. And there were things I loved about San Diego. But I've yet to determine how I feel about this city currently. And we're really trying to establish connections and base of operations. Thank you. Thank you. It's all about reconnecting the Street Pass community and forging the path. I'm waiting more than 11 days. Just so you know, I'm waiting a full, like, 50 days, basically. Like, practically almost 60. And, I moved up first in line. So, unfortunately, the other person, which we're respecting them by not saying their name because they asked me not to reference them by name or physically. Unfortunately, I did use their Mii, but I told them, like, Mii's are a Nintendo property, so you can't really copyright your Mii. So, person got really belligerent at me, and I was just like, you know what? I'm being respectful, you're not being respectful, and I stood my piece. Thank you, Robert. So, and all I'm going to say is, I don't mean any ill will to anybody, but if someone get all up in my face, I'm going to stare them down and be like, I'm going to diplomatically, independently, non-biasedly tell you everything you need to hear. You got that? That's how I handle that. So, I think I made him a moderator already, so. Lose control when you're not next to me. So I had this really good, I have to say, the Southwest salad at Trader Joe's really hits the spot. Like, goddamn. Trader Joe's, you are a genius. Like, you need to like bottle up that secrets and keep eating those salads. That's the only thing to say like that. So, but I did have some chocolate cake yesterday. Some really good chocolate cake. It was a friend's, it was someone's birthday, and I had fun. Yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna stream today. It's really gonna be dependent on how much of a charge I get on my phone. My phone is very finicky for several reasons. So I've got to be very careful and cautious. I have to be somewhere on a special business meeting around 1:30, so we'll see what happens. This is the main live stream. I don't know if I'm going to do any Tomodachi Life today. We'll see. Hopefully. So maybe we'll do a typical 2 live streams, 2 long videos, and 3 shorts. You know, it's sad when people are like, your shorts are clogging up my stream. Oh, I could stream on my 3DS. I'd have to bust out my laptop and my capture card and then start doing the thing. And I could do that. I could actually stream from my 3DS. It wouldn't be hard to do. It'd be very easy. But it'd have to enact like mobile hotspot and a couple of other things. And there's some tricky aspects that I have to be careful of. Like, I can't bring like a ton of bags or anything. We respect the San Francisco police. We respect the San Francisco police because we want to follow the rules and laws and regulations. Even if some of them might not make sense on paper, we can question it, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's like, if they're like, rules are rules, you know. Unless they play rules for thee and not for me, then I hate that. But, you know, that happens sometimes in certain circumstances. But we're more so focused on the fact that we're just following the lay of the land. We're trying to make sure that we respect. So get that like button to 10 and maybe I'll play some more games or something. Or ask more questions. So I'm willing to stream on my 2DS XL when I have the ability to. I definitely could. If I had like a portable table and I could wheel it around, I would totally do it. But, you know, it's tricky because we are dealing with San Francisco and we're dealing with a lot of rando circumstances. So thank you for sharing the stream, Vice President of Street Pass. Okay. Why does Nintendo want us to love Game Chat? Yeah, thank you, King Chris. I'll watch it later. I'm sorry, guys. I can't watch it now. So with PAX East, we'll have to, so tentatively, it's a tricky situation, right? It's in May. I have to figure out if I'm even able to go completely. I still have a ticket. That's not the problem. I need to have a backup, meaning I need to have an ally to wait with me in line. I can't just abandon my spot without having an ally, right? It's like, if you are holding your spot in line, you can have someone else hold your spot for you, but if they're going to do that, then they need to be able to be smart. So I have to look at who I can recruit to be on my team. And that's not going to be an easy thing to do for several reasons. I have very limited resources. We're talking about major shoestring budget. Like, bare bones, barer than like the thinnest of steaks. Like, that bare bones. Unless people want to throw money at me, I can't really do anything. And look, I get it. Everyone loves to complain about money. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you want to support your content creator to do things, it's like, what do you want me to do? I'm tied. It's like, I have to make a bullet punch decision of, well, if I can't afford this, and I can only do this, then that's what has to be done. So unless people are going to throw money for me to guarantee my PAX visit, I don't know at this point. So PAX East is very up in the air. It is tentatively a maybe. I'm not going to say yes or no. I can give a full answer maybe closer to May. So right now, it's what? The 22nd? Yeah. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one. But if I do get it, then I'll probably do is I'll fly out on Wednesday and then come back on Monday. But again, it's going to tentatively, and I mean very tentatively, depend. Very, 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 very depend on the recruitment. Because if that person's like, see ya, I'm screwed. So I need someone I can trust. And if I can't trust anyone, then I have to stand alone. And everyone's like, screw you, Nick, you can't get anyone to help you. And like, yeah, I stand alone. So, it's what it is. I don't like having to kind of adopt that mantra, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm concentrating for a reason. I might be that like artistic, autistic person, but that's just who I am. Looks like we got a veteran down there, which is cool. We got 8 likes, nice. 8 likes, folks, 8 likes. This means more to me than the world because I know that the opportunities from this situation is going to pave the way for so much. So, but I'm nervous for many reasons. I don't know if I can guarantee everything. If I leave the line, even if I have a recruitment, the person could go total kamikaze Benedict Arnold on me and just be like, cuck you in the face, Nick, you're screwed. And then it's just like, wow, how am I going to deal with this? And, you know, considering what happened 8 years ago, which I didn't want to bring up on stream, but I have to, it makes it hard for me to trust people. It makes it very hard for me to trust people because I try to be transparent. I try to tell, but it's like the narrative always gets skewed. You can't explain anything, and then it's like, so basically I can't trust anybody, and I have to live in a hovel. Great, I might as well not exist. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So, but if you want me to go to PAX, get that money up. So, anyway, 9 likes, let's get to 10. You know, you're always put in a tricky position when trying to ask for money. You're doing it in a way that's like advertising yourself, but then it's like, but if I ask for money, that's bad. It's like, look, anyone can ask for money. You don't, it's waiting for, yes, it is. Because I'm focusing on the long term. I'm focusing on the long term of being a content creator, of having my name known, of being known to the community, being like, wow, he really made a comeback. Wow, he didn't stop. Wow, he went through like the worst type of like thing 8 years ago, and he still came back. He still managed to hold up. He still managed to keep himself afloat from everybody else. So, no, I don't give up that easily. No, I cut myself deep in terms of how I perceive myself. Not physically, metaphorically, figuratively speaking. You know, as much as I love to drop the price, I think it's really more come from a marketing standpoint, is that they're not very good at marketing. Like, Doug Bowser is kind of taking, and I hate saying this on stream, like, look, I met Doug Bowser in person, and I'm not talking about this year, I'm talking about more so like 2017 he was at the Switch launch. I met him, and he seemed like a nice guy, but I just think he's like taking this weird L, where he's like, I have to stand tall, tell people everything, and buy it and screw you. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting, and I'm just like, look, Doug, let me be real with you. You need to come up with a slogan. You need to at least make the welcome tour free. And you need to make it in a way that's like, you're adopting this philosophy. And it's like, at the very least, and at least make welcome tour free with your Switch Online membership. Like, that just makes sense. If you're gonna just charge people, and it's basically a demo, it's like, what is wrong with you? Yeah, you know, I start to respect Reggie more and more as time goes on, and I have a confession, I said it yesterday. I didn't like Reggie initially because there were just things about his showmanship that didn't vibe with me at first. But when I compare him to Doug, it's like, he blows Doug out of the water. He makes like Doug look embarrassing. And I don't think Doug's a bad guy. And, you know, people like to be like, oh, but he worked for EA. It's like, you know, that's not the problem I have with. He could have worked for EA and still been a good Nintendo of America president. But what makes him take the L slightly, right? What makes him kind of take a step back is that he's not doing anything to basically do more than just to bare bones explain the concept. And it's like, there's no heart. There's no sentimental touch. And look, I'm not expecting, like, the woman from E3 2008 to be like, my son says he loves Nintendo games. Like, no, that's too schmaltzy. Don't do that. But at least be like, we want to show the consumer how much they're a part of our family. And then they say a slogan like, we know that you have the Nintendo Switch 1, so we know you want to up your game. Don't be a Gen 1er. Level up to Gen 2. Switch 2 today. If they did something like that, then I think they'd make more impact. But they're not doing anything like that, and I'm like, you can quote me. You can quote me. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, Ohio meme Sigma. So you can quote me, but like at the end of the day, if they're not doing the due diligence, then it's like, I'm sorry, Nintendo, you kind of take the L here. And I love Nintendo, but even though I love Nintendo, doesn't mean they're not free of criticism. Anybody can get criticized, no matter who it is. Yeah, I'm waiting for it, so I'll show you in a moment. I'm gonna walk down a bit. So I'm right next to the store. If you want to send me anything to eat, you can. It's 331 Powell Street. So yep, there's the Nintendo store. We have a veteran right there, so I'm gonna avoid to respect him. So yeah, there's the Nintendo store. Just swing around. So, it said please help, and yeah. Yeah, I'm doing what I can. What I can do is when I get my laptop, I can probably get like one of those like scooter tables, and I could try to do it that way. I wanted to ask, Colin, what did you think of my rendition of Teddy Swims the Door? You enjoyed it? Yeah? So yeah, we're gonna just walk around the store for a moment. You loved it, thank you, I appreciate it. I put my heart and soul into that. You could say I lost control when I showed, my depression the door. Well, thank you for stopping by, Ohio meme. Yeah. Why'd you say ha ha ha? See ya, man. Hey, what's up? If anybody wants to send me food, be welcome to. If anyone wants to send me money, not mandatory, but optional, I appreciate that. We're gonna get out of the sun. I don't want to have melanoma before I hit 40, so that's a no-no. Yeah. But you know what? I'm a strong individual. Alright, Mina. Quick text. Alright, I'm gonna put my stuff down. So, I am thinking what games I want to play on stream, and we have to be careful, because unfortunately, there's one stream I want to play, and you know what it is? It's Rhythm Heaven, but Rhythm Heaven has a lot of, so I'm gonna say hi to my audience. Hi, how are you? It's Nick. Yes, my eyes look dead inside. I didn't sleep well last night, but I'm still here today. So here's the thing when it comes to the whole Switch launch line. Hey, Pokemon, the fans. Hi, how are you? So let me give you some updates and 411s on the line and the situation. So there's really no official line currently, and if anybody queues up, I don't mind being a arbitrary liaison, but my big goal is to make everybody responsible for themselves, and that's it. That's all I aim to do. I don't aim to dictate people's positions. That's not my job. That's not my job to dictate positions. My job is to focus on being more of a diplomatic, non-biased kind of effect, so that way it makes sense on paper and there's no political jargon bias. It's all about, did you come, did you do your time, did you do this? Unfortunately, someone did drop out, so now I moved up to first place. I greatly apologize to that person because I would have liked to have seen them go all the way through. Can't reference their name because we agreed verbally, but referencing them in third person is the best I can do to respect them, so I hope they understand that. I didn't leave any comments on their videos. I'm letting them go do their own thing. I hope them the best. I hope them the best in their content creation career, and I hope they can find a way to pave their own path, and good luck to them. Anyone else have any other questions I can answer today? So let me put my sunglasses on. I lose control when you're not next to me, when you're not next to me. I'm falling apart, baby, finding nothing. Oh, I lose control. What are you saying? Oh, I agree. But even though I mean, like, the number one spot should be assigned to the person that's doing their due diligence. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so, well, if I do end up becoming the official person, which I probably am pretty much at this point, I'm gonna respect everyone and remember the people and catalog things as best I can. It's still too early to really like officially queue up the line. There are some interesting things when it comes to the San Francisco police and what they said when they briefed me. They said things like, you can wait across the street, this. And, you know, it's funny because they said one thing and then one says another. It's like, you know how it comes to, like, any sort of, like, organizational structure where the communication doesn't get relayed properly? And unfortunately, that does happen, especially with cops. And unfortunately, one told me, hey, you can sit across the street. So I do that, and then what happens? The cop's like, you can't sit here anyway. And you're just like, so where can I sit? And then it's like, oh. Are you number one? Yes, I am now number one. The number one person before me relinquished their position, and they're no longer here. So they made that decision. They removed all of their videos from the launch line. It's very unfortunate, but I wish them the best. I'm respecting them by not saying their name. We had verbal agreements, so I am keeping my end of the bargains. They didn't like me using their me, but I stated that using the me is a Nintendo copyright, not a personal one. So I stand by what I said, and I stand by my decision. I feel sorry for them, wish them the best, but I'm doing me, and that's what anyone can do. Thank you, youngling, thank you. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to maintain my position, to get the console. I'm going to make news. I'm going to make history. I'm going to be the first Nintendo content creator to document via phone and 2DS XL a Guinness World Record. So, looks like this man is just in the trees, so we'll see. That's cool. Oh, what are you saying? Let's hope you can keep the number one spot. Yeah. So the number one spot is going to be very contingent based. That means that basically I have to do my due diligence, and part of that relies on the contingency of PAX East. Maybe I can go, maybe I can't go. We'll see. I am going to try my hardest. I worked very hard to get a media badge. That was my first media badge I ever won for PAX East. The first time I won a media badge for PAX was actually Unplugged. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy. Just move my stuff over to respect the man. Good. Alright. Okay. Alright, so he's watering the plant, so plantas necesita agua. Sí. I'm so tired. Hopefully I can hit an hour. That's really my goal. Half hour at least, maybe 45 minutes. Okay, so he added the water. I'm really excited for the Switch 2. I think I'm going to get a Switch 2 day one. You should. I'm excited too. Here's the thing. It's really tricky with Nintendo when it comes to like their support, because you either support them or you don't. It's like bipolar. Maybe we'll see. So I have to talk to Nintendo Force and see what happens. So, I mean, my thing is just like it's been 8 years and I didn't give up. And I didn't give up because I didn't want someone to stomp on me in my dreams. And while I'm not always the strongest person, I am the most resilient person, and that's what matters the most. So, anyway, I think we're still. I can't wait to play Mumu Leto's car. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna get probably day one. I'm gonna get Mario Kart. I'm gonna get the Switch 2. I'm only probably gonna get one console. I can't afford having more than one. There's no way I'm gonna get more than one. Like I want 2 or 3, like EM Swizzle, but it's like EM Swizzle is basically a billionaire compared to me. I'm living on shoestring budget. So unless I get support, I need Emote on my sponsors, so we'll see what happens. So, yeah. I'm going to be talking to the people at the Apple Store. We're going to see what they say. I really have to play up my advertising highlights. So, we've really got to keep working on ourselves. So, hi, Joel. How are you? So I have to tell you a story about why I enjoy Teddy Swims as an artist. So, and please do me a favor, if you could hit up Teddy Swims and be like, hey, Teddy Swims, go contact at the Otter10, the Otter10. Yeah, I think that's just the Otter10. I think that's my Twitter. But anyway, I want to meet Teddy Swims. It's kind of one of my goals because, right. So let me tell you a bit of a backstory about myself, folks. In 2023, I went through. I'm doing all right. I went through one of the most roughest relationships of my entire life. I almost would not be here today if it weren't for my twin brother, who stood by me and bought me a bus ticket in the middle of the night. And then when he brought me here to Las Vegas, his home, he sung me Prince of Egypt through Heaven's Eyes, and I started to see the value of myself as a person again. And he reminded that of me. Even though sometimes I don't always get along, he knows how much he cares about me. So, right, continuing on. So, I did speed running, and I was trying to win a competition. And it was January, and I had the record once, but the record got taken away, and I was still nipping at the heels of my competitor. So one day YouTube recommends me Teddy Swims Lose Control, and I'm just like, oh my god, this man is speaking to my soul. Like, he knows me. How does he know me? And I'm just like, I remember my mouth like dropped when I heard Lose Control. You're lucky to have a brother like Robert. You guys are marvelous. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm a Luigi #1. Maybe I'll put my brother in second place. So, technically speaking, when it came to the Switch 1 line, I believe there was a +1 for 1 and 2. So we'll see what happens with that. Unless they complain. I don't think they should. But, we'll see. Unless I decide to recruit someone else. And I know how my brother is. He'll usually try to push someone who is trying to help collab, and that's usually the goal. So I am going to try my hardest to just maintain my lose control. Okay, is my phone? Oh, it's not. It's 11%. Okay. All right, 31%. So let's see if I can get to 40. Let's see if I can get my phone to an hour. When you're not next to me, when you're not next to me, I'm falling apart, baby, running in front of me. Oh! Alright, 20 likes, nice. We'll see how long we keep that. Nice. So we're in this area because it's more shaded. The other area isn't so well shaded. And if you're wondering, someone complained about my umbrella. And let me tell you something about that umbrella. That umbrella was okayed by the officials, by the SFPD. They said the umbrella wasn't the problem. I had to move my stuff from one place to another. All right, thanks, car. So I had to move my stuff from one place to another, and unfortunately, I had to do my time on the line. So what happened? I go there, I wait, and then the SFPD are like, you can't do that. And then they also banned the chairs. And I'm just like, well, it's what it is. I'm just going to have to suffer through it. So, I did my best. And that's what the previous number one person said about me in line. Again, not throwing shade. I'm just telling you how it is. I don't mean any disrespect to anyone. It's just, at the end of the day, I tell things how they are. It's like my mother said. It's like Nick only tells what he observes. And I stand by that. And while I can't always ascertain every bit of information, I can at least tell you a direct answer when I need to on a need-to-know basis. So that's all I can say. Oh, God. I just want to fall asleep right now. I did not sleep well last night, folks. I slept like garbage. So I need to just maintain my cool. Did someone call my name? Weird. Lose control when you're not next to me. When you're not next to me. What games are you most excited for? Oh my god. I mean, I'm excited for Mario Kart, but man, I am so looking for another Tomodachi Life. Tomodachi Life, man. That changed my world. That made me see myself in a whole new light. And it made me really understand about personalities a lot better and about dynamics. And I think what... Bro. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. I can only pray for my future. I can only pray. I love Tomodachi Life. What happened? I'm just really nervous right now, young Link. I'm really trying to keep myself together. So, it's a big responsibility to be number one. Blood dust. So, I've never been in this kind of position before. And the thing that's tough about it is, like, I can't tell you how hard it is being the youngest of 6 kids. How he always be put down. People don't believe you. They just make fun of you for crying. It's cruel. So, I'm just gonna smile today. I'm just gonna smile. Thank you. So, we have a big problem with the Reddits. Unfortunately, the Street Pass network does not like the promotion of Street Pass events, particularly the San Francisco ones. So we need to make a goal to have our voice heard, folks. So we're not going to allow them to abuse and misuse the self-promotion BS moderation. So I'm going to ask you to make sure to promote the Street Pass event. And I'll tell you what to say, folks, because we can't allow them to censor Street Pass. Yes, Oliver, I am first. Yes. Congratulations, Joelle, that's awesome. How what? The other person dropped out. I was previously second, but they moved out, so I claimed the top spot. It's like I moved up on the billboard. Nick's number one. Nice. Awesome, I love that. I actually street passed Corsica today from France. I love it. I love Corsica. You know, I'll never forget the Lonely Planet video I saw as a kid of Corsica, Sardinia, and Sicily. My mother's from Sicily. Yeah, maybe. We'll see, Oliver. That's what I hope one day. I hope to make my impact on the world, to make it a brighter place. That's all I wish. That's all I want. And I know people are very greedy of someone in a certain power like mine, but at the end of the day, we have to listen to each other. Well, I may not see eye to eye on everything. The important thing is understanding the purpose and the goal of the mission statement and the principles and values to move forward. Exactly. Thank you, Robert. I'm making Nintendo history. I got one of my turtles back in my island for some reason. Nice! So did they eat at their families? You know, sometimes I've heard that some people will eat in their families' house. Oh my Julia, oporete kadashi, aradashi, kontaradashi. I want to play that game. So I was like the monkey magic, monkey magic, monkey magic, monkey magic. Kindly embrace. Okay. All right, let's keep it peace. Let's keep the peace. Let's keep the peace. I think so too, Pokemon Man the fan. I think so too. We're going to make our impact on the Nintendo history. Okay. I'm streaming right now. So they can order from 7-Eleven. They can order at any place that's near 331 Powell Street. And just let me know in the chat if you've ordered something or something's on its way. And I will assume position and I will be there on standby. But you have about 15 minutes. So, because we have about an hour. Maybe I'll go a little longer. We'll see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Pokemon Man the fan. We need as much support as we need. Nice. Let's see if anybody else is coming to line. We'll wait over. So we're here, the Nintendo store, folks. So if anybody wants to get me anything, please let me know.
Goodbye. The one you want.
I'm just trying to smile today. Trying to smile today. We're at 48 minutes, folks. We're at 48 minutes. Culinary agents. Okay, culinary agents. Okay. Hi, Mark Tizo. Hello. Alright, if anybody wants to send me anything, 331 Powell Street. 331 Powell Street is the address.
Splat.
Oh.
That Bishop was into.
We're gonna go back to the shade real quick, so. Alright, folks. Hey, Robert, saying hi again. What's happening right now, I'm waiting in the hotel area. It's very bright in the Nintendo launch line area, so it's like too bright, and I have to be careful with my skin. I have very delicate olive Sicilian German skin, and I have to make sure that I protect myself. Hi, Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa Doopla Dee Doo. Da, 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 da. Well, you know what, Lolo? Here's the important thing that I want to tell, not just to you, but Nintendo, right? We're going to tell them how much Street Pass matters. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring our 3DSs to the launch, and we're going to bring them in full force and let Nintendo know, we might be buying your system, but just so you know, our voices will still be heard. I know. I'm frustrated too. But we gotta do what we can do. We gotta do what we can do. Is anyone sending me anything? I can take food or something to drink. You know, what I really would like, if you're asking me, is that they have a meme plaza. And it doesn't have to use Street Pass, but at least like use some kind of like lobbying system. Like that's all I ask for Nintendo. It's like, it's not like they have to absolutely do Street Pass. I would want that, but at least make a meme plaza. And it's not hard to do. And if they even want to charge like $30, I don't even care. Like, I'd rather it be free, but Cal Moo, yeah, I know what you mean. Meme Plaza would be fun. Yeah, I know what you mean. Look. Maybe, if we're lucky, I can talk to Bowser, and maybe I can tell him as liaison of the fans. As the president of Street Pass, I will act as the liaison to the fans, to the president of Nintendo of America, and I will do what I can to uphold that promise. So, I can't make any full guarantees, but I promise you, if I do talk to him, I will relay the information from my fans to him. You have my word. But only on the condition that I'm able to relay that information. And if I tell him and he just basically is, no, I tried. So again, that's the problem with corporate, folks. We always have to remember that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But that isn't my role. My role is to be the president of the Street Pass community in my own right. The president of Street Pass Live.
Big bus ticket. Big bus ticket.
Really? That's really sad. What about I Already Am? You know what? Do we want to play a game? Hold on. Let's play the Osatake Oidan game. I'll play my favorite level, the Julio no Shinen. It's like one of my favorite levels to play. He had to head directly to heaven. Well, he better. He was going from direct to you. You can try to understand. So, we all do. So by extension, they probably think Street Pass is a failure. I don't think it is. I don't think Street Pass was a complete failure. It might not have been the total success that Nintendo wanted, but I think it got some level of outreach. It's like whenever you put something out in the world, you never know. Yeah. Hey, Luigi. There you go. It's it. Alright. Oh my Julia, oppure te tadashi garerai. Alright, ready for it? We're gonna save. So, of course, we'll show you the backdrop. Oh my god! Julia, you've been late today. It's his girlfriend. Julia, you know how much I love you. Hey, Toots. Oh no, someone's moving in on Julia, and she's infatuated with him. Oh no. It looks like the prior boyfriend is now being upstart by another man who's a barber. Oh no. It looks like Julia now has a stunning haircut that her previous boyfriend is now jealous. No, I should though. I wish someone gave me that. I challenge you to a barber duel. Oh no. And so he calls for his cheerleading team. Ready? Oeda! It's your... Julia! Julia. The great face-off between the two barbers for the girlfriend. Who's gonna win? And it looks like we have the winner! Look at that. S rank, folks. S rank. Oh, my Julia, opporete kadashi. My Julia, opporete kadashi. What does it say? And when Nintendo saw Fishbone and gave him a fish, and it's like, so, where are your limbs? I can swim. I wanna be a pop star, kimi no motto, cashew da 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 da. Doke doke pop star, kimi no motto. Oh! So we've got this wonderful doctor who treats his patients with not just respect, but love and care. He makes sure that everyone is treated to the best of his abilities to heal them. But unfortunately, he's having some problems lately. He's a bit too in over his head. It looks like there's a boat in the seas. Oh no. And it looks like someone else is coming. Oh, who is it? Oh, it's the doctor! He's gonna make our lives better! Wow! Oh no, he's getting mobbed! How is he gonna handle this crowd of people? Stand back! I'll handle one at a time! No, we all need help! Alright, are we ready for it? He needs the team. He needs the Oyedon. Oyedon! I wanna be a pop star, kimi no motto, cashew da da da. Get pop star. So how's the horse, doctor? Oh, he's as strong as a horse, of course. Good. I need help with my microwave. I'll see what I can do. I wanna be my pop star, kimi no motto, cashew da 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 da. Do 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 do. My husband needs help again. Okay. Do 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 do. I wanna be a pop star. Kimi no moto. Gashu da 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 da. Looking at a pop star. Kimi da 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 da. I wanna be a pop star. Kimi no moto. Gashu da 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 da. Pop star, you go, shoot it, go, hey, we're so proud of the doctor. He helped us all. Is anyone else needing his help? We're all good and strong. Thank you, doctor. I'm so proud everyone is happy. Monkey magic, monkey magic, monkey magic, monkey magic. Alright, we'll do one more song and then I gotta... Are we still charging? Oh, we're done charging, okay. So, one day, the owner of a wonderful little monkey doll, unfortunately went mysteriously vanished. The childhood toy of this wonderfully newly grown person can't find their toy. So what do? Well, here we go, the trash. Oh no, we're lost. We need to get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Let's get it dumped in the dumpster. Oh no, we can never leave. Well, this is a doll. It's not a real animal, so Peter's not gonna care. So we got this monkey and Nutcracker trying to get their way home, folks. Toss! It's ya! The only, like, semi-English song in the game. All gods were angry and they followed suit until he was saved by a kindly priest. Alright, we made the boat. Alright, we can sail on to better waters. We gotta get on the train. Let's get on the train. Avoid getting stampled. I think we can get a way out of the subway. All right, for the lyrics. With a little bit of monkey magic, there'll be fireworks tonight. With a little bit of monkey magic, everything will be alright. we can get through the trees. Let's knock those things down. Scare the dog. Monkey magic. 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 It looks like the monkey has finally returned to its owner. Now just remember the next time. Oh, I'm so glad to find my childhood toy again. Yeah. Aww. Ready for it? A. Excellent. Dear God, what? Open, open, banana she. Open, open, banana she. Open, open, banana. Alright, I think we're done. Just smile. Alright folks, I think we're going to take a break. Alright, I think that will be ending our stream today. We hit an hour 12, what are we at charge-wise? Yeah, we're at 44%. We need to conserve battery power on our phone. I'll probably try to shoot more video. I've done my part. We'll see if I can. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next stream. Thank you so much for liking. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you can donate next time, thank you. If you can't, just support as best you can. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.